Hello everybody, it's PirateWeasel back at it again on the Friday. We're almost week 28 on the Black Reliquary run. Sorry I couldn't make it out yesterday. I'll be streaming for about an hour and a half today, I'd say.
Secure the treasure, settle in, and sharpen your blades. There is much work ahead of us.
Okay. You got the notification? Nice. Welcome back, Villy. Alrighty, look at that cough and tapeworm. Let's see where we want to go first this week. We do have the boss unlocked. Let's take a look and see if we can get any hints about this boss. Destroy the damn thing before it gets any larger. Not too much to glean from that, besides probably that's a size 2 enemy at least. Bleed and blight resist. Symptom disease. Has protection, I'm assuming. Maybe this thing gets more dangerous as we kill it. Just put the bread in the toaster. Enjoy. Got some butter. Or some kind of protein to go with that. Let's see what kind of team I want to put together here. So, I've kind of slowly realized that, well, yeah, oil is not really necessary. No, sorry, oil is necessary. Armor penetration is not that necessary, because you guys kind of have just oils. So, against the treasury boss, I'd assume she had a lot of protection, so I brought like a DOT team, which doesn't really make sense. When you just pop oil, automatically gain 35% armor pen. And don't really have to think about that when it comes to itemizing people. Grave Robber has been pretty good against this boss, or this region, I would say. It seems that most of the bosses I've seen besides the Janissary have some kind of defense against Riposte. Riposte is pretty much useless against the Treasury boss, completely nullified by the Interior boss. I'm not really feeling like I want to try it again. Big damage would be nice. Giant Slayer definitely makes sense. Maybe he has a few Troglos in fight and he eats them to top himself off. I gotta assume this guy's a Trogo, right? So gotta bring both of the idols. Do have to keep in mind it's gonna make me kind of useless against Kavaros fights, though. Nobody really has anything great for the caverns, just because they don't really take people here. First of all, is there any trinkets I'd rather get this week? I don't think so. Oh, that looks new. 10% move chance per corruption vial. Random hit shuffle. Okay, I think I've seen that before. Wait, what's this thing? Oh yeah, I saw this. Wait, did I see this? On combat start buff party, 8 accuracy, 4 speed, 30% healing received. Minus 20% stress received when no trinkets are equipped. Interesting. I don't think I've read this before, so this does give massive stats to 3 people in your party, seeing as the person that has this equipped is not going to get the stats. That's kind of comparable to Battle, honestly, without the crits. Instead of crits, you get healing received and minus stress. That's kind of interesting. Not that I could go on this quest even if I wanted to, but it's nice to keep in mind. Natural quirk, yeah, as a trinket basically. Might as well see the boss. See what happens. What can I scrounge together here? I'm just thinking to take a look at the healthy, high level people first. This team would be kind of lacking in the healing departments. I could bring you. Don't really offer that much healing though. If I replace someone in the back line with like Arbalest, that could kind of make sense as far as healing goes. We have like 2 Mark characters here. No guard, however. Shadow Fade turn 1, Mark, Mark, hit, hit. Something like that. Could even experiment with the new trinket we just got if we want. Which unfortunately I don't think that trinket gives any accuracy in the buff. It's just damage and crits. And it's not for like the whole fight or anything, it's probably like for 3 rounds. That's not bad, but... I have to decide what I'm giving up in order to equip something like that. If I have to imagine, like, most of the bosses so far that I've observed have kind of like one-shot characters pretty consistently with single attacks. The Treasury boss, the Patron, Janissary, they all kind of one-shot people with multiple actions, so that being the case, you kind of want to have someone like Vestal that can even hope to attempt to compete healing some of that damage off, or I feel like you want some kind of prot guard. We do have 2 healers here. Shadow Fade's not going to protect her from anything in the caverns. Hey, this is... Oh yeah, you're right. It's got to be some kind of dinosaur. It's a Gastrosaur. Alright, let me see. Let me put together a draft team. See how I would itemize here. We do have this thing now, but I don't think that's really that powerful. Kind of just saves you on provisions, honestly. In fact, it's like a debuff. You don't take the initial... Well, let's see. On attack hit, it's not like you're preventing the dot from ticking either. Like, you still take a turn of dot on your turn, then you can hit something to try to cure it off. It's not that great, because you can just use a bandage or an antivenom or something, I'd say. I think that's... We gotta look at Rex and Rage versus, like, Yawp. Yawp lasts the entire battle. That's actually kind of insane how I look at it. I'll be honest, I kind of thought Reckless Rage was a buff for the entire battle, like it wasn't the base game. Or, no, it wasn't like that in the base game, but still. I kind of thought this would be like the Leper skill, right? But it's only for 2 turns. It's not even for the standard 3, so... The more I look at Reckless Rage, the less impressed I'm getting with it. Kind of a reading comprehension L. But Nemu also made me think, because he says he hates this. I've been loving this. I know Giraffe loves this. But taking a look at Yawp, I would say Reckless Rage is a more fun skill to use. Yawp is probably the safer one. You would slap an axe on you. You, I would take the... Where's that thing? I think the needle is kind of perfect for a cultist, honestly. He needs the accuracy, but he doesn't care about the minus damage. Oh, also, it low-key buffs weird construction, because you're like reducing the amount of bleed you apply, which is kind of insane. I think I would prefer to slap, like... You know what, Mooncloak kind of makes sense in some ways. Unfortunately, you do lose the prots, which is pretty bad. I kind of do like Stun Amulet, but it's not going to see that much use against the boss. The other option is going for the new revamped Demon's Cauldron. And then... Yeah, this set could be half decent against regular enemies because of the prot piercing and prot debuff, but against the boss, I'm just popping honing oils. I don't know, that's how I feel. I didn't take Raider's Talisman to the Treasury boss because I saw it as having limited use against the boss itself. It has been pretty damn good for the regular battles, which are also important to consider here. It may do something like this and this. Nope, not this. Arbalist. Don't really want to clear the mark when I have multiple mark synergies. They need some kind of accuracy. Oh, you need the bigger axe. The Warhawk thing, dodge, bleed resist, death blow resist, not terrible. Range skills 10% damage on friendly skill, buff range skills. You know what? If we use something like Cauldron and then we pop Weird Construction on Arbalist turn 1, that'd be kind of interesting. Because on the next turn, if you use Weird Construction on her, she gets a huge damage and crit buff, and then also, if we were to use this set, an accuracy and crit buff, plus she gets a lot of speed, but unfortunately, she is going to be in position 3 a lot of the time, so this buff is not going to make... This trinket is not going to be active a lot of the times. Or is it? Well, the set bonus won't apply all the times, but... You know what? Round 1, she does get the speed buff, but I kind of don't care about that. Start of round 2, Grave Arbor's Shadow Fade in position 4. So, yeah. Let's see what you're saying, Villy. Honestly, DD2 also had the Slimmer Trinket. Also allowed 1 dot tick clearing at the end of the turn. Yeah, I remember that. Dodge won't work. Yeah, if she's not in position 4. What else could we do then? Accuracy. Straight up crit. Crit's receive chance is guaranteed no matter what affiliation I am. You know what? Grave Robber should really use the Feather Crystal. She's always going first at 20 speed. Which means that Arbalist could then equip the Idol. Wherever it went. Oh no. She still has it, okay. I mean, I could do this instead. If Graybar already has accuracy from being first every turn, and Alacritus, honestly, too, she's probably good on the accuracy, then we just slap the Idol onto Arbalist. Maybe she doesn't need the additional accuracy at that point, so we could do something like the Axe. Level 2 Axe, though, is not really great. Could be something like Bracer? No. Profane Scroll? Maybe. I don't like taking crit stress attacks, though. I know I'm going to run into some of those little Kavaros guys that are just going to crit me out the ass. Kinda do want scouting though. Maybe you just equip the Seer Stone and we forget about the Demon's Cauldron. What else could we do inside of Hellion here? I kinda like the back line as far as healing goes. Hellion though, with the option of Bounty Hunter, who has Trophy Hunter, okay. Impulsive kind of sucks. It does work with Mark a little bit better too, actually, right? Why don't we consider Bounty Hunter instead, then? Because we do have 2 people that like to mark round 1, which is always kind of, like, iffy. Because only really 1 person needs to mark round 1, I would say. But if we have Bounty Hunter, it gives an excuse to double mark round 1. And we would take uppercuts. Okay. But then he's marking round 1, and then you have 3 marks round 1. And that's really not necessary. Slugger. Trophy Hunter. You know what? I kind of want to try it. A full mark team. I'll see what happens. Okay, if that's the case, then let's start putting people into facilities. You here, you here. Who is in the most dire need of a quirk removal? Winded sucks right when I decide to start using Yop. Impulsive, Stress Eater's always bad. Thieving habits. Nervous, untalented. I guess no one's that egregious right now. Stress Eater could be a disaster, I feel like, even though Impulsive seems like it'd be worse. Gotta start working on this Vestal too, though. Ashen. Like, I still never got rid of Profane, even. Like, what the fuck is this quirk? How expensive would this be? Oh my god, it's like a 1/6 of my gold. Almost. It's actually kind of crazy. But I guess I can afford it. While we have the gold, let's use it on something that's guaranteed to be good. Before I get tempted into buying random shit like the Demon Cauldron. Yeah, it's guaranteed good decision. Giraffe, hello. Nope, we think we're getting ready for the Caverns boss here. You have not missed a thing yet. Oh, come on. What are you? Chip shoulder? Okay, you know what? I don't care. Now that I know that I can't lose trinkets in those areas, I don't give a shit. Oops. Oh, I forgot about the oddities thing. I guess I could still afford 3 things if I wanted to. Probably not. Minus 15%. Okay, not relevant. Reliquary, not relevant. Houndmaster, not relevant. Okay. Still not used to looking at those trinkets. I kind of forgot I was considering some, but for another time. I think I'm good. This Hexer is actually... Wait a second, he's level 2 also. Sneaky, really good. Executioner, pretty good. Eraser, better. Mystic, better. Natural Eye, whatever. She does have some ranged. There's no room for 2 of these on my team, as far as I can think. Got a lot of level 4s on this team too, which is good. They are significantly better than level 3s in this game. Damn, I'm poor as fuck now. There goes half my gold. This is the one case I'm going to consider Plant Takedown just because of the flavor text of this boss. He's got to be size 2 or bigger, right? Let's go for it. Okay, great. So, I've officially made it so I can't be tempted to buying this anymore, otherwise it'd be dirt poor. It doesn't look that good anyway, I'll be honest. So, if we have 2 people that can mark round 1, we can use Suppressing Fire round 1 instead. De-Stealth is not really necessary here. This doesn't clear stunts anymore, so what else would I take? Blind Fire. Big fan of this in the base game. In this game, I don't see it. Debuff target minus dodge. Oh yeah. What does Bola do? Debuff speed? I guess this is fine. Plus damage versus marked? Ooh. Clearing corpses here could be good. It's always good against Levantine. We do need Sack Stab to kill things though, unfortunately. If we want to farm needles, extracts. And then kind of need Hands from the Abyss. I don't really see room for Demon's Pull. I guess Shovel Bash like was really good last time, so we'll keep that. Let's try to go for Plant Takedown if we have room, if we have enough points to use that. Billy saying, whatever he's called, maybe has Z instead of S. It's kind of weird how Bounty Hunter's axe changes from his normal design at level 3 to some generic axe at level 4. I hadn't noticed. This look does look not that impressive besides the blue border. Okay, in you go. So we should have all bases covered now. I guess we need scales anyway, so we couldn't have bought a Perfumer's Trinket. Scales are probably way more impactful, at least in helping us survive. Oh, without Hellion, I don't have access to Revel. So Stress Healing is kind of going to be annoying, so we'll keep Gallows Humor, I guess. It also means we probably don't need as many salts. What gave buffs here? I think the Centaurs gave buffs. The Amber gave buffs, if you can find some of those. Censor gave buff against Troglodytes, that like cave painting looking curio. Salts, I can't think of anything that actually used them, but I can cure debuffs, and that's good enough. A lot of them, I didn't remember anything giving me horror here, honestly. Just take a little more shovel. Maybe a single key in case we find one of those quirk removal stations. Not that any of this is like really that much of an emergency to remove. Let me just keep space for Amber here. Anti-venom? I don't know. Got. We want more of these. For a scouting buff against one of the mega suits. Okay, Whispering Axe level 2? Wait a second, hell no. I'm not putting that on you. Yeah, axe max level. This stuff. Talisman. What do you want here? Profane Scroll could be okay. It's funny to imagine Petey in a fighting pit. Yeah. Reminds me of her bark when you use boxing gloves on her, saying that her time in marginally improving with each attempt. Oh, I did not ever pay attention to the boxing glove in the in supply item. I think you're talking about. It's kind of funny. Okay, what do I really want here? What am I thinking? I mean, I love the offense of this trinket. It's just kind of like crits received is kind of feels bad. Could also just be the eye patch, honestly. This will help her hit the Cavraws better. She's always hitting like marked targets anyway, though, that kind of have their dodge debuff most likely. I want to give myself minus crits. Yeah, I know what you meant, Philly. There's only one boxing gloves in the entire game, I'd say. Profane Scroll actually seems really busted. Let's use that. Okay, let's try to remember to farm all the extracts we can. The hide the Gastrosaur is resilient. Honing oil may be of use. Okay, yeah, thanks.
The Gastrosaur is one such an example of the pursuit of the perfect specimen. This monstrosity has been the bane of ground caravans and is in no small part responsible for the capture of a great many victims. You know what must be done.
He looks like a snail. Okay. Interesting. He also looks kind of eldritch. Wonder if he has eldritch tag on him.
Battle your way to the bestial breeding pens. The troglodytes were sent the mightiest of creatures to halt our progress,
7, 1,
so
2,
we must
3, 4,
strike
5, 6,
without
7,
delay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It has to be here. Like MMA saying that he can tie his hand behind his back, just immediately assuming that everyone thinks he's cheating. Dismas joking about bricks and Vestal chanting her hymn. Never paid attention. Good eye. Some fun flavor there. Nice. A scout. A vendor. A curio. I'm all for it. Just don't hunger check me. None of you have any quirks that trigger off of blockages or anything here, right? It's a shame. No point using the shovel there then. Gesturing to an open bag of gems with room for more. He wants gems, okay. Can't do anything for you right now, buddy. Is it worth spawning a trap? Just yeah, because the curio could be damage. So it's worth spawning potential fight. Or scouting buff. That's exactly why I brought the 1 extra archaeology kit here. Okay, no fights. I'm assuming for sure we'll get scouting here now because we have the scouting trinket and the buff. Nice, 100 disarm. The guy that needs it the most. Here's that guaranteed scouting. Lovely. That's lovely. Okay. Guaranteed scouting now. That's That's what I like to see. Alright, first hunger check. Looking okay-ish. We're almost a third of the way there. Ooh, I thought this was a battle, I'll be honest. I wasn't paying attention. Would it be better to spread the scouting chance if it doesn't stack with multiple wreckages? Yeah, possibly. At a certain point, you probably just... hold on a second. I need some of this amber in case I find a curio.
I am sure the previous owner will not mind.
This scouting battle is for 4 battles, so that's how I would spread it out, is I would try to use this as much as I can before getting additional scouting buffs up with camp or other curio. Okay, remember, let's try to farm extracts here as much as we can. Oh, really? You have like a baby mesh like this? I guess it is 2 troglodytes though, and that's kind of annoying. Or 2 swarm, I should say. But they don't swarm until like round 3, I'm pretty sure. Could literally just mark all 3 of them because suppressing fire is not going to get the most value here. It's kind of useful though. This guy has the prot debuff in his mark. Okay. These are fast. Okay, I kind of want to stun this guy. This should kill anyway.
The obstacle is removed.
Now we can mark here, hit with Bounty Hunter, hopefully one shot. You do that? What was that? Oh, he just used my scale. Okay. That's an L for impulsive. Okay. There you have it. That is a thing that happens.
Yes!
I always thought it was funny is that pointing a finger is more detrimental to the armor than casting a hex. Yeah. How do they mark anyway? They kind of just like verbally tell people, hey, that guy's there, and then they lose dodge. It's kind of interesting. Oh, fuck, I forgot to give that guy the kill. And this guy's gonna swarm if I don't kill him now. Okay. That was a mistake. And the bleed didn't even really offset the heal. I kind of want to save my anti-venoms though. Probably get one more heal in though. Wait, 19 speed, 21 speed? No, I should just kill. Okay, the next few rooms are not battles, so... This is Stress Heal, the Torch. I don't know what else it gives me, but might as well do it now. A little bit helps. Critical Scout, nice. Wow, very low on battles. This thing... Disease removal, it says. Decorated Worm Fang, okay. Do I want to try a Holy Goal on here? I don't think so. Wait. Oops, I needed that. It's okay. I can't be punished here because there's nothing to spawn that hallway. I could save this for a stress heal, but I think I'd rather take the buff. This buff does not get cleared by camp either, so seems pretty good. I kind of make sure Grave Opera never has a 2-tap something. Oh, that's a hella nice buff. That much damage and crit? Wow. This was some kind of healing. Should probably just save it. Wow, look at that, we're almost there. Still no fights in sight. We only had one mesh
This
of like
land
3
is ancient
enemies.
and fallen into
It's pretty lucky.
disrepair.
Sometimes you get the unluckiest map ever, sometimes the game is a little bit nice to you. I'll take it. We can use this after this battle if we need to. I kind of want to take the scouting off. Minus crit chance. I think I should be able to get all the scouts I need. Okay, that's really good. So unfortunately, some of our trinkets don't work on these guys, but we should be okay. I'm not afraid to use up some holy oils here. These things are a big priority, I would say. We can mark 3 things, or we can use suppressing fire. I think I like suppressing fire, actually. Damn. Okay, no crit. So we don't have armor piercing, so using the holy oil here would pretty much guarantee the kill. What about just dagger though? No, dagger might not kill. Plus we're gonna re-stealth from the trinket. 4694. This one already has lowered pro. Okay, this one has no pro already. Bounty Hunter can hit this better than Grave Robber. Or Grave Robber can. But yeah, Bounty Hunter can't reach a rank 3 with the marked hit, so just kill the back one.
Devastating.
Put the mark here next. Now, these guys can eat corpses, the other 2 can't, so hell's just dagger here, honestly. So try to guarantee we kill this before it does something bad. 11 speed, 10 speed. Yeah, Bounty Hunter could use a little bit of help here. Otherwise, marking is also fine as well. Well, I don't think Bounty Hunter's gonna one-shot this. It does have less prod right now, though.
Must recover.
That sucks. Luckily, there's no status effect or dots these guys can apply. Minus dodge, minus speed, minus plus stress received if you're religious. I kind of don't like it, actually. This is becoming a little bit scary. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Should be able to stall a bit here. I'm thinking Grave Arbor should go first next turn. She should be able to kill with the mark here. It's fine. Can start healing. Bounty Hunter up. Oh, come on, man. You have... Wait. Everyone just hits through stealth? I think I've seen more hits penetrate stealth than not. That's interesting.
Care for one another.
I don't quite know what to make of that. The bottle gives them... It's like the bottle gives them stealth penetration too. They were like really scared of stealth in this game or something. I don't quite see why, but I don't know. It's funny.
We press on. There is much to do.
Okay. Battle. Battle ahead. I might as well save camp, I feel like. I don't have to camp twice before the boss. That Malignant Incense move they use sometimes? Yeah, I get the picture. I'm just surprised that Like, it just seems such a random stat to give, like, an enemy, or to anyone in your team, like, hit stealth people. It's so weird to me. Just because in the base game you didn't really have any kind of thing like that. The only thing I can think of is, like, the farm stat affliction you got let you hit stealth enemies, and then there was a generic farm stat trinket that let you do that too. But in this game, it's like, half the enemies can just hit you while stealth. It hasn't really mattered so far, but it's kind of weird to me. If I camp here, I can slot my inventory free. Maybe do a couple of battle. Yeah, you know what? Let's camp twice. I know at least that the bonus I get from curios are not going to go away. So we can do something like night moves, dark strength. I don't need a scouting buff at this point. Cure bleeding. I don't need to do that. Question is if I want to use planned takedown right now, because I may want to camp once before the boss. I don't. There are just some rare size 2 enemies, like the lesser worm, I guess, but whatever.
Recover, prepare. Come dawn, we march.
Everyone's pagan. Wow, that I was not expecting. Night move is really good. This is how we do it's really good. Mark for death, more accuracy. It could also be planned takedown, then... Like, no, not target practice. Okay, never mind. We don't want to do planned takedown, then it's not that. Well, we could do planned takedown and review contract, but what is this buff anyway? Plus damage and accuracy against size 2 or bigger. Some more actually wouldn't hurt, but he does have Trophy Hunter too, so I think his accuracy should be good. 4 points for 25% damage. I can get 20% damage just from Dark Strength, and then I could do something like either Marching Plans or a Restring Crossbow. I think that'd probably be better, honestly. Dark Strength scales better with crits, so maybe that belongs more on Grave Robber still. I mean, a lot of that damage is waste if it's not the boss, though. I'll do this.
We follow the ever-guiding light.
I don't even need the Tide Pool Curio now. Damage versus Troglodytes. Who got the Dark Strength buff again? It was Bounty Hunter, then let's give this to Grave Robber. It's just damage to Trogos, okay. It's fine. I guess because with a trinket you can give stealth to anybody. The only trinket I can think of that does that is the Camo Cloak, which is only a chance to do it. So if the Camo Cloak has like a small chance to give you stealth when something happens, and like half the enemies can ignore stealth anyway, that item's just like complete garbage in my opinion. It's one of the less good trinkets I've seen, to put it lightly. Okay, cool. Just don't give him any, like, really bad fights. I don't want to see the Golem before the boss. I kind of don't want to see the Lesser Sandworm before the boss. But these fights seem pretty fair. We have Swarm here, and that's it. So the Prot debuff can go on you. Well, you have more Prot. but honing oil doesn't matter. This is minus 27 prod. Wait, you don't have prod. Okay, so this only makes sense here. Okay. I remember now. The extract is pretty good. It decreases their chances of status effects across the board. Subterranean discharge, crush them, carve them. I don't want to get stunned. Let's do that. This guy buffs, but this guy stuns me. And he can use it. Okay. No stun today. Gotta kill this guy before he swarms. Fuck! This is so much worse than I thought now that I have scales with me. Pretty much just wasted all of my scales, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. That's what I get for underestimating that quirk there. I was like, there's no, like, supply items I really care about impulsive using for the most part, but
Yes, strike true.
made me eat my words. But hey, we got more scouting and less surprise chance. Okay, it's actually not bad, because I want to give the kill to Occultist here. That is kind of bad, though. Nice, that's one extract for us, very important. Plus stun resist? Why? Why do you have that? Okay, well, maybe it works out because we can give the Cultist another kill here. Oh, come on! That was not supposed to kill. Alright,
Wars
whatever.
consist of a great many battles. Continue.
There's a key here. Would love to use it on this chest. I guess I don't need the shovels. And we didn't get a scout. Wow. It was a 4% chance on a... I guess the only usable items we had were honing oil, the sensor, the archaeology. I mean, it was still really low. The only two items he used are Bivin scales, and there have been like 4 or 5 to choose from, so that is pretty unlucky, I would say. But if I can just beat the boss, then all is forgiven, honestly. That's all I care about. Oh, it's a team heal. Okay. It's hard to remember all those little interactions. Okay, cool. It's almost boss time. So we do get to keep all our camp buffs to the boss if we choose. I think... Oh my god! Look! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 consumables to choose from. Was that like a 1 in 5? 1 in 5 and 1 in 5 again? That's like 25 times... That was like a 1 in 25% chance of that exact situation happening to me. That's one for the history books here. In fact, it was like a 1 in 6 this time, because the extract could have also been used, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different options to choose from. That's so crazy. Well, I can laugh at it now, because this is not like a Torchless Deathless all boss run that I spent months preparing for, but it's just really funny. Okay, we're looking at minus dodge here. Wait, this is Bounty Hunter. Okay, so the prod buff. I think I'd rather avoid the disease, seeing as I don't have any disease removal on me right now, or my near vicinity. Wow, look at that! Great use of the scale. These things do have to die. I can't have these swarming, but we can at least avoid the disease. And if we stun one of these, then we should be okay, I think. So we... Oh, actually, hold on. We have to stun this one now, but we don't really have a good way to kill this one, is the problem. I guess we can stun both of them with Bounty Hunter. Just kill this. 40. Yeah, stun chance is pretty decent here, actually. Good. So now they're not swarming next turn. Wait, this one could still swarm, actually. We should get rid of it. But it's gonna kind of be hard to... Okay, cool. Now we're gonna try to feed the kill to the occultist here. Actually, if I stall too long, speed of 19, I think it should still work out. Okay, unless that happens, and that's fine too, because I'm used to that. Oh, no last scout, huh? Ooh. Okay. You just missed a 3 65% in a row? What happened to you? Okay, well, this boss time, we have ample buffs, I guess. I don't really need the speed deep. Honestly, I kind of missed Click Marching Plan. That was supposed to be Restrain Crossbow. What else can I do here? If I wanted to camp again, be 3 points for ambush, 5, 7, 11, and then like review contract. No, I think it's good enough. If things are looking risky, then kind of just can just split and then come back in immediately. I like that idea. Okay, so for the boss then, don't need flare, don't need anything here. Blind fire, maybe. Random target, nah. Stab might not be needed here. Amber Blight does have a good debuff for bosses. I don't think Shovel Bash makes any sense here. I guess it repositions us, is all really. Flashing Daggers, also marks? Huh. Bleed and Blight amount received, not really relevant here. So a Pick to the Face. I think I'd rather have Pick to the Face for a boss. Does Bounty Hunter's Repose benefit from marks? It does. Good intuition. Okay, nothing else really makes sense as far as abilities. Let's just try to find a good time to use the extract, I guess. Oh, that's a big
beast
fella.
of terrible implications. Still yet to
Okay.
reach full maturation.
Huh.
Execute it at once, and we will be one step closer.
It looks
to
kind of like the
stop
picture. I was thinking it looked like a
fiendish
snail.
ambitions.
What it really is a like a bird-looking dinosaur beast in like a ceramic armor. So let's look at this thing. 60 prot, 10 dodge. Dodge is not that bad. Speed is not that bad. 2 actions a turn doesn't sound terrible. Like, his actions have to be pretty bad. His elf pool is not unreasonable for what he is. What's that? Ignore stealth. Didn't he already ignore oh, they all have this buff, maybe? He just has +8 accuracy from his one move, okay. That's fair for the prep round, I'm expecting a lot worse coming. The mark failed to stick, so I should put another mark here now. I love the suppressing fire though, but I need the mark first. Amber Blight, that's fair. No, he ignores by default like other Trogos. Do they all have like this ignore stealth buff that I have to mouse over to see? Probably, yeah. Now would be as good a time as any to use the X-Rex, I guess. This will last for like 1.5 rounds if it's for 3 turns. He has minus damage. Oh, that's from the Amber Blights twice, okay. A non-killing attack. Wow, it's actually pretty good. He has plus 15% damage taken and minus 2% damage just from Amber Curse alone. It's kind of insane to me, actually. Just slap on the debuffs, as many as you can. I will opt to lunge next turn, because then I can Shadow Fade round 3 or round 4. If I lunge this turn, next turn's Shadow Fade is still on cooldown. And I stay stealth this way, even though it doesn't matter, because, you know, that's the whole thing. You can't crit now when it matters, come on, man. Okay, this guy is Swarm. I think I can just rush down the boss, honestly, but maybe I want to kill this guy. Then I can re-stealth. This guy does, you know, need some time to rev up. His abilities aren't that great. I think his swarm stuff is pretty bad, but as is, let's see, 120 stun chance. I can't stun this guy, so I might as well try to stun this guy. I think we should kill the guy just in case the boss tries to eat him. Ooh, good points. If he's gonna eat him anyway, though, I won't. Oh, it's almost like you know something about this, huh, Billy? Did you just guess that would happen, or you actually have some experience? If that was the case, I shouldn't have even touched him at all. If he's only on the field for 1 round, like, I kinda didn't predict that. So now he has a huge boost to accuracy, well, to speed and damage, I guess, is what they got from that. 30% damage for a boss like this is pretty hefty. Come on, no crits now when it matters. Awful. What does that do? Yeah, I thought that was gonna, like, move or stun me, to be honest. That makes sense. I just resisted both. Again, one of my biggest gripes of this game is they don't tell you when you resist stuff. I have to go looking for it manually. Whatever. Come on, no crits there either? Honestly, I'm kind of impressed how few crits have actually come out now. It's a little bit concerning. It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. What is this light lunge arrow? Oh, it probably just signifies that one of the enemies get eaten, I guess. I do have to reapply the mark soon, so let's get a big hit this turn. There's our crit. Mamma mia. That's a fat crit. Fetter's Feast sucks. I guess if it crits, it could be bad, though. So because we're going to Shadow Fade this run, I think I can actually afford to Suppressing Fire. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have the mark, so let's use it while we have all our stuff. Oh, that's not bad. What does that do? Eggshell Blast is Stress and Blight? Wow, it's not very impressive. His boss is going okay so far. He has not been getting any, he's not been getting any, like, buffs as he gets lower HP, like I expected from his trinket set. This guy is pretty low, though. Would be kind of nice if I had scales here, no? If I had scales here, I kind of just would not die. But now I have to be a little bit concerned for this guy and try to land a fat heal, hopefully. Oh, that's a fat heal. That's a fat heal. That's a lot of stress, though. Wow. Okay.
Bravery has been forsaken.
What do I get from Fearful? Minus damage? Oh, you're kidding me, man. It's not good. Oh, come on. You resist that? Fuck. Okay, there we go. His prot is so high that it actually matters landing that skill or not, because the Honing Well doesn't actually clear all of his prot. Like, since I can't really stun this guy, I can just stack Weakening Curse on him, I guess. It's funny because the debuffs from Amber Curse are kind of just like the debuffs you get from Amber Blight. Minus damage done, plus damage taken, depending on if he's buffing or dealing damage. It's a little bit interesting. Good. Okay. I'm not gonna bother trying to smack him again. Because I don't think I can reliably one-shot that guy, which is why. Surprised this guy doesn't have an action as soon as he comes out, honestly. I mean, he's kind of just dead now. That's actually not good. I should still be able to maybe kill here. Let's see. 43 to 95, 26 to 59. Pick the Face actually does more here because of the armor piercing. It sucks. If I could Shadow Fade here, I would have. Nemo, yes, you're just in time to see us either win or die against this boss. Getting a crit here would just end the fight, but if I low roll the damage, it sucks. Well, I guess. Pick to the Face doesn't even need to crit to kill here, actually. Unfortunate. Oh, we're post now, okay. Good. Fat heal. The order's kind of awkward. I do have to kill it next turn. Hopefully it doesn't get a bunch of health from this thing. Of course, debuffing its prot will also be good. Move back? Okay, fine. I think we have it. Pick the Face should guarantee a kill here every single time. Yeah. Okay, that was the smoothest boss so far. And we have a very rare Thrall-only trinket. On friendly skill, become enraged. Wow. That is a very, very high damage Thrall build then. Turn 1, you become enraged and give yourself like a buff, or do damage on turn 1. No, none of his friendly skills do damage, I don't think, but I mean, he probably has a pretty high base HP too. Yeah, cool, I'll take it. GG easy. That's all of the veteran bosses taken down now, by the way. Bounty Hunter is going to make it a little bit hard to camp, but you can deal with it. I think I'm going to take Amber Curse, actually. I forgot how good that was. Okay, let's fill our bellies with loot. Thrall does seem like Liberal on steroids. Accuracy and all. You know what? Should have camped. Nah, I can still do it later. I don't need to camp, actually. There's a chance that this guy just stresses everybody out anyway. I just want to get his... No, I don't care about getting his stress down either, because... he can just go in the Ember Den to cure all his stress. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to make it to the vendor, though, so let's throw away the firewood, I guess, and just, we should have enough hunger checks to reach the vendor. We do have jewels, like the diamond. Wait a second, I should test this with other supplies. Good knowledge. What do you know? Like the 8 stress heal curios are like whatever, but 25 is a significant amount of stress to heal off. That's like 3 skill points at camp. Better toss some sapphires down the bag? Yeah, I'll go for it. Do I dare touch this with my bare hands? Pure raw amber flows like molten glass. Like, I don't think I'm touching that, right? Yeah, I can't see that going well. I guess I don't even need the Ember Den. Just put him in like the fighting pit or something. I already tried the bandages. They had an X over them already. Been pretty lucky as far as enemies in this map. There were no egregious... Well, I guess the double huge Kavaros guy is kind of a risky mesh, but it's okay. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever used archaeology kits on these things. Maybe I should have tried. Imagine Captain see your group coming back with a bucket of raw ember. I mean, this might as well be a bucket of raw ember. Okay. Got ourselves a wee bit of a fight here, so... I can't eat the food because I need the hunger check. I don't think I have any need of archaeology kits now, though. Let's take that off. Get the seer stone off. That bad. The only thing... Okay, this guy does stun, and that's the only thing I hate. None of these guys do stress otherwise, so it doesn't seem that threatening to me. Don't need to curse this guy. Call of the Caverns. If I end up like here, he might take more damage. I'm finally understanding Amber Blights and Expiate. Good for me. Actually, it's kind of hard to reach this guy, honestly. It's a little bit troubling. I can either double tap this guy or mark here for Arbalest to hit him, or just trust in Grave Hopper next turn. I kind of want to have a chance of... I think the biggest danger is these two guys right now. I kind of want to try killing one of these guys in one turn, and then I should be pretty safe. But if I can't 2-tap it, if I lower damage here, then I'll mark here with Arbalest. That was pretty dreadful. Now everybody's getting stressed. Okay, should kill. No, guess not. Kinda fucked. I am kind of fucked here now. Wait, now I can reach with Sack Stab? Hold up. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Okay. Oh, you know what? I do not have Pick to the Face. This is a bit of a problem. I could have just died here. Speed of 22? I honestly could have just died here if he bled me. Got to be a little bit more careful.
Another skirmish, another step forward.
Okay, we did make it to the vendor in the end. I guess there could have been one more fight there. Hunger check, perfect, to get that out of our inventory. Let's give you a nice jewel. Wow, very generous, okay. Very nice. Oops. That is a lot of freaking amber.
Take up the spades. This is nothing to trouble ourselves.
Let's see what else is up here. No scouts. Wait. Let's take pixies. Do you want to risk a hunger check? Definitely don't want to risk another battle. Okay, so we completed all the veteran bosses. That's half of the entire boss of the game, by the way. I'm not counting the wandering bosses. So we have seen, I would probably want to say, over half the boss in the game now. We've even seen event bosses like the imposter guy. Pretty good. I think we should check side decks. Yes, you are right. I should at least get the pig pen, but I have no jewelry to do that now. Big sad. Okay, so we have to look towards champion bosses next. Let's take a read here. The leader of the Levantine has revealed her location to us and desires to defeat us herself. This open challenge will embolden her forces the longer it remains unanswered. Extinguishing her now would prove most advantageous. Does this imply that the catacombs is going to be harder until I kill her? Huh. Vial of Ashes. Damage of stealth, minus speed, minus dodge, and probably still stealth if not already stealthed. Huh. You were just, like, someone was just talking about a trinket that gives easy stealth to people, and I was thinking the camo cloak, but this is a lot better than the camo cloak, I'll say. Yeah, that's what you meant, Billy. Nemu says it's just a flavor description. Okay, so what is my goal then from here on in the game? I have to progress some of the regions, obviously. I have to get... Okay, so I guess we base our... On the macro level, we have to base our gameplay now based on what upgrades we want on the ferry. And I think we're going to want to prioritize perfume trinkets. Or, sorry, contraband trinkets, and then the side decks. So I think the only side decks that really make sense... these side decks actually make a lot of sense, because one respite point lets you use, like, probably a significantly better skill during camp, potentially. And the mod talks are like, who cares about mod talks? So let me try to at least get 8 more mod talks so we can get 1 more camp points. Don't care about any of the gold ones right now. It's gotta be the pig pen, because I do run out of food. If things get dicey and I have to use food to heal, then it definitely matters. But here, though, Chandlery. Okay, so Chandlery does nothing for me in a Torchless run. Surgeon's Office provides 40% armor piercing instead of 25. Oh, it's only 25 armor piercing. Interesting. That's a pretty good one. That's actually really good, because bandages are pretty... I mean, sorry, bleeds are pretty common. Anti-venom heals for 10% HP, Laudanum. Okay, this one's kind of whatever, but I can afford it at least. Altar of Blessings. Alum Sensor provides additional damage to non-religious heroes. Cleansing ooh, this is really worth it, I think. That's a lot more relevant than the Distillery, I think. And I can afford it, too. Memorial to Lost Souls. Vendors. This is crazy, honestly. 15 stress on vendors for that much. What the hell? Reflex Serum. I doubt this is better than contraband trinkets, but let's see. It can be purchased for 6 refined amber. I don't think... It gives this user a power spike, gives the user a post. That's actually really impactful. I don't think I'm at the stage of the game where this really makes sense, though. Ginseng? I haven't even seen ginseng yet. Oh, I know ginseng now. It's that thing I never buy, because it's kind of like, what's the point? Okay. I'm sure mods have been making healing provision items before DD2 even came out. No. I wouldn't know. So, we want to go to the treasury so we can get gold and jewelry, I think. And want to look towards veteran stuff, or maybe it's time to start leveling up people, honestly. Hold on a second. Where am I at with the ferry upgrade for level 3s? I can actually get that now. Probably could have afforded that for some time, but not having to go to apprentice missions would be a huge boon. Meditator... Negotiator... Lurker Quick Draw, okay. Hmm. 8 speed on prep run, though. It's kind of like a bit of a bait for a moment, because it's not quite as good when you have the prep run stuff. Lurker or Jester is the only one that's kind of worth considering, but Jester is not really going to be that damage focused anyway, except for Finale. I mean, 50% damage to Finale is pretty good. There's not much to say about some of these people. Do I even want to bait myself into you trying to use you again? Like, I feel like her damage was so weak, even when her stress was all stacked up. buffed bleeds with Prelude, I think. And you feel like I had a much better flow in combat today, okay. Yeah, I kind of felt myself. I didn't really make any mistakes. I don't feel quite so washed up today. But that could have been the luck of the the battles there. Okay, I can save Amber by not putting these people here. Probably not going to go to a champion mission for quite some time anyway. And you see that, despite me getting the 1 and like over, I would say like 1 in 150 chance of Impulsive just triggering on the only 3 scales I had 3 times in a row, still beat the boss without that much issues. So you may have really bad luck in the moments, but as long as it didn't matter in the end, there's no reason to get upset. If it did matter, I'd say you're fair in getting upset. Like if I lost to the boss guys, I had no skills, I'd be kind of upset. So you're knocked the fuck out this week, okay. Who cares? I think because I have the fairy unlocked at stage 3 now, I'd rather level up some of my veteran characters. We have any treasury stuff here? Cacnid stuff? Interesting. Oh yeah, you always were a Cacnid guy, but you kind of just like kept on having to retreat missions. What if we do my classic dance comp with Dismas and Reynold? Turn 1 Grape Shot, turn 1 Bulwark, dance, lunge, fun times for all. Is that enough healing though? This is... okay, veteran missions are nothing to sneeze at. I probably should go for more healing. We have heals, expiate heal. Like, it's okay not to take as many dedicated healers if you can mitigate damage, but this team doesn't really mitigate damage either. It's like not proactive, doesn't have good heals. No. I could stab like a cultist rank 1, but you are not a treasury whiz like this guy. Now if Vestal was leveled up, probably take her. We don't have a what's his face anymore. We had to dismiss all our thralls because they sucked absolute ass. Impulsive is honestly fine. Yeah, but were you there when I... he just used up all 3 of my scales. I had like 5 to 6 consumable items that he could have used, and he picked scales every time. That was kind of crazy. After about 30-40 hours, here Simple Newbies ask, PirateWeasel, this mod's got the stuff? Yes, I would say this mod's got the stuff. If you want to play any expansive rework of Darkest Dungeon out there, I'm convinced this... like, I can't imagine any mod that would beat this one. This feels like a real sequel. This feels like a real, honest-to-God sequel. Now, the game is a bit slower paced than Darkest Dungeon 1, just because you have the prep round. The dungeons seem to take twice as long to do, also. Like, in the base game, you could breeze through some dungeons so quickly. I feel like you could do 2 to 3, like, Darkest Dungeon 1 dungeons at the time it takes you to do one of these dungeons. But this game is harder, so I will say, after some consideration, there are a lot more things to think about this game as far as your own skills to move every turn, your enemy's skills, a whole bunch more trinkets to consider. There's a lot more thinking to be done in this game. The veteran bosses are harder, I would say. Even if you know what the bosses do, they're still going to be harder than the bosses in the base game, from what I can see. There are 3 things that are easier about this game. 1, the death blow resist is better. In the base game, you had like a 1-3 of dying to death blow. In this game, it's more like a 1-5. So that's been very forgiving here. 2. The absence of level 0 characters. You've all heard how I bitch and moan about level 0s in the base game. I do not know why they did level 0s in the base game. Like, you just have a penalty for taking people off the stagecoach, like, just straight off the bat is insane. If you were going to die in the Deathless run, it's probably due to the influence of a level 0 character on your team. You don't have that in this game, so the game is easier in that regard. You have to do with the absolute egregiousness of level 0s. Third thing that's easier, there's no time limit. Game's not finished yet, so you can retreat as much as you want. You can sit back, you can retreat battles, retreat dungeons if things are going wrong. You can't really establish a really tight challenge run idea here unless you want to self-impose weeks like 100 or something, but I'm on like what, week 29? I would pretty reasonably expect to finish the game within 20 more weeks at the latest. Assuming like nothing really terrible happens, like I would definitely have teams ready to take on these champion bosses within 20 weeks or so. So if I had to self-impose a time limit, it'd probably be closer to like 50 weeks than 100 weeks. But yeah, no time limit yet. Okay, Jester's the only one worth considering here. I do think I want to consider him. I just gotta decide who to kick. I don't think I like Shieldbreaker enough to have this one. But 2 Abominations is kind of weird. Eraser's super, super nice. Eagle Eye, when all his like main 2 skills are crit, is also really nice. He'd also give himself accuracy from crit healing himself, which is not the most impactful, but I don't know why I'm like so possessive of not dismissing these 2, even though I haven't used them like a single time. We have 2 Flatulency. Eraser's pretty damn good, though, is the thing. What if we go on level 2, like a... Huh. I have a strong feeling this team just dies, but... they are the best option for this week. Let me play around with some itemization here. Oh, let me take my break first. BRB. Okay, so what are you guys saying? I honestly like this better than DD2. Me too. I'd rather play Black Reliquary than DD2. It's more similar to the base game. By the way, it's telling me you guys have an ad right now, but I'm assuming you guys don't because you just had one. Used 100% combat speed mod for both vanilla and BR. Never looked back. Only boss in DD1 I would argue is the same level as the ones here would be the Fanatic. The Fanatic I would say is more busted than the bosses here. The chances of dying to the Fanatic are a lot higher. Well, then again, like one of the hardest things about Fanatic is spawning him with the team you want to fight him. And that's not really like a combat thing, that's like more of a macro planning kind of thing. The way I look at it. And he is a very high risk boss because he does put you in a timer where you are going to get a Deathless check when someone falls off the stake. Yeah, even though the boss doesn't take as long to kill, he is, I would say, arguably the hardest boss in DD1 to not die against. Should we get to reinstalling games? Saves should be salvageable. That's fair. Okay. Oh, wait a second here. Thieving habits? No, good thing I caught that. I cannot take you here. You're just gonna fuck up my shit entirely. So I need amber. No, I don't need amber. I need jewelry. That's the main thing. I need jewelry. I need Motox. Absorbent Mind, 30% stress healing done. Okay. That's like healing 4 stress instead of 3 at level 1. Full team of compulsive heroes into the treasury. I don't even know if compulsive triggers. I forgot what compulsive is in this game. Do I have another level 3 I could take instead of Highwayman? I guess so. I could just take Hellion. Do we have any treasury? I think we have a treasury Hellion, right? Yeah, Cactin. Okay. That actually kind of works pretty well. If we bring Enrage Hellion, she also has some sustain, which would be nice. Let's take a look at the Cactinid thing again, though. Oh, actually, the Cactinid thing doesn't have any bonuses for the treasury, surprisingly. Armor piercing, debuff chance, melee skills, range skills. Can't really utilize a whole lot of that. I think that you may have. I think the Judicator is mystical. Oh no, we do have melee. We do have ranged. Adjudicator could make use out of this. Armor piercing, debuff prots. Melee skills 5 crit, range skills 8 accuracy. It's not that impressive. I don't think so. I don't really like the needle in the treasury. Because it's like blight received and minus healing. We only have one Idol of Wilting. Well, I definitely want the boots on you. I decided I don't want the Crest of Honor anymore because he takes a little bit too much damage. We can play around with Holy Orders, I guess, for funsies. It's only for melee skills. We don't even need dancing in this team. Stress received for 2 battles. And then you guarantee stress on yourself. What's this thing do again? Bleed and blight resist, symptom resist, 10% prod if HP below 80, 50% healing if HP below 40. This wouldn't be terrible on Judicator because he wants to guard a lot of the times. The thing is, he needs accuracy too. We can't just go no accuracy. Huh, it's kind of hard. We have 43 it does. We can't do anything with that this week. We could take Impulsive off now. Nah. Let me grab somebody. Let me kick somebody for the Jester. Let's do one of these guys. Fuck it. Executive decision.
This ship has
Okay.
no place for the incapable.
Okay, so we're good on trinkets. Just have to decide from what we have. Let's say I put the set on you, so you have a bit of accuracy. And plus you have Winded anyway, or Lazy Eye, so Yawp is a lot worse for some reason all of a sudden. Let's put this on you, maybe a Stun Stone. Kinda makes sense to me, but then again, we have no accuracy. Kinda wants to put Crest of Honor on again. Maybe instead of this, yeah, minus healing done isn't great, so can we offer this guy more protection? We don't really have great defensive trinkets, honestly. And this team is slow as fuck. This entire team is so goddamn slow, it's crazy. I guess we're just limit testing, whatever. I have like nothing in the way of protection. Mooncloak is not really that much protection when there's no prot. Could be surgical gloves. Well, I already have Crest of Honor, so as I was saying, I need prot because of Crest of Honor. I don't have any prot. Yeah, surprisingly, the accuracy is kind of hard to come by still. And Jester just for the accuracy, yeah. In any iteration of the game, we will always have that option. It really probably is just going to be the eye patch here, as crazy as that is. Alright. I think we're rolling out here with this team. Impulsive has traumatized me. Let's get that out. Should I just get the one of the things here now? Sensor? Non-pagan heroes? The thing is, you can't just pop salts to get prot. You have to actually have a debuff to activate them. I'm wondering if there's anything better I could spend Amber on. How about the anti-venom one, actually? That's actually pretty nice. Well, I'm not that rich. And I don't have that many lost tech either. I can only afford 2 decks. I'll just save it for now. Actually, the keys don't do much here. They just open the chests. I kind of just want the keys for quirk removals, and that's it. To be fair, there's not that much use for tech. Yeah. Wait, nobody has the axe. Is that okay? Shouldn't someone have the axe? You know what? Let's do this. And then we just bring more bandages instead. We don't lose out on, like, heal that much, because we are healing more with patch up. We don't have the boots applied. Minus 40 healing done. Oh, but it does give more restoration duration. That's actually pretty good. But the axe is so good. I think we need a heal bot though. Bring 1 key, fuck it. What am I doing with this team here? Okay, I guess this is fine. Should be okay. I'm tempted to just take Inspiring Cry though. Okay. Let's do it. Only Dredge upgrades and side decks. Yeah, I know about Dredge. And you passively gain it each week. It's a doable double restoration and bleed cure in a location where there's not much bleed. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of bleed here, but the restoration I think is more healing on average than without the boots. Because I think the minus healing is only applying to the on-hit heal, not the restoration. You can buy mercs and events with what, the lost tech, I'm assuming?
This place. Stay alert.
Really? 2 campfires for this? Doesn't look like a whole lot of rooms, to be honest. I won't complain. Should I save this monk? I think I'll save it. Have you ever played around with any of the special diseases in Black Reliquary? No, I have not. I've seen some of the trinkets that give you disease. I've not played around with them, though. Good dodge. No increased damage taken from my entire team, though. Nobody has any quirks even available, right? Okay. Cool. So, we're against the fastest team alive against the slowest team alive. And it's pretty much going to be any enemy comp at all. It's going to be exactly the same thing. Like, I will say, Grave Robber seems to me like the character that benefited most from Black Reliquary changes, just because she's so fast, and then I think Shadow Fate by far is the best prep move. The best prep round ability in the entire game. Like, the buffs from that skill compared to other prep round moves is... there's no comparison. It's not a coincidence why I've been taking Grave Robber so much, I realized. Oh, this move is so bad if you do anything besides suffer. I'm always tempted to use the other ammo instead of suffer, but I always get punished.
What a Deathstroke.
Fuck. Fuck. Gets a turn.
Devastating.
It's actually not that bad. Does not have stun resist.
Destroyed.
must act.
Okay, knowledge check. I forgot about that. I honestly should have hit this guy with the dual convocation, but I kind of forgot. It's a bit of a tragedy, but it's an excuse to camp, so whatever.
Wars consist of a great many battles. Continue. Rest. You will need your strength come daybreak.
How can I use this? Wait a second. There we go. You know what? This is actually pretty cool. We can Amber Ward to prevent nighttime ambush, get damage, everything gets a debuff. Then we stack Revel on top of that. And then we can heal all these debuffs off at once. We can even also hit Clean Musket, even more value. Amazing. And then Scout. It's perfect to close it out. And now we just have to use salts on everybody.
Against the light, our foes.
Very efficient. Let's set up this shovel. Who's that there? Yeah, a new follow from So Happy I Might Explode. Thank you for the follow, So Happy. Appreciate the support. Glad you're enjoying the content.
This land is ancient.
Okay, it's
and
2 buffs for
fallen
2
into
people.
disrepair.
Let's get this damage buff on you. Another follow. Who's that from? A Sunday is now following. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate the
Take up the
support.
spades. This is nothing to trouble ourselves over.
Okay. Room battle with Curios, so let's get these debuffs off now. Perfectly frees up a slot in our inventory, that's why I took extra salts, because I figured I might want to use Revel. I kind of forgot about the synergy here, but works out perfectly. Looked a few times, enjoy your DD content very much. Keep up the quality work and thank you. I appreciate the kind words, Ace Sunday. That means a lot.
Terrible horror, gnawing one's mind.
So we like to use XP on the target that's already taken its turn, so instead of wasting the heal on 2 people, we'll get more value next round. It's kind of like a mini Divine Comfort on the first trigger. Okay, so... nice. Frame rate, by the way. What the hell? Whoa, wait. That's actually good. I did not think Suffer removed the block. That's super nice. And how did you go first, by the way? My Crusader 1 speed just rolled first out of everybody else. 4 speed, 10 speed, 15 speed, 11, 8, 10. He went second? Wait, no. First on my team, okay. Wait, no, he's last. I'm just crazy right now. I feel like so much has happened, but we're still in the prep round. I thought it was like beginning of round 2 already. Just me going insane over here.
So too do riches.
Cool. There were 3 marked targets and he didn't target a single one. He forgot the memo. He didn't get the memo. And I'm cool with that. I'm gonna let the XP trigger here, so I'm not gonna... Normally I would bleed out in the rank 1, but I kinda wanna let that trigger.
The obstacle is
Let's get the Iron Swan value here. Okay, now everyone's back to full. I don't think I need to use the anti-venom there. This thing stuns, so we'll go for that. 6 bleed, perfect. Let's get the bleed. Nice. Bit of stress heal couldn't hurt, but stunning would be better. This one dies on its own if I don't hit it in time. I do get to hit it. More stress heal. This is why I love the hairpin set and using Reckless Rage, by the way.
The hourglass empties.
He is pretty fast though, but I've already committed to this.
Use your senses when your
Oh.
vision fails you.
Oh. I'll just kill.
Another skirmish, another step.
No scout, wow. 15% scouting, 15% scouting. A little bit grumpy about that, but... Ooh, double monk. I'm gonna save him for the way back, since Hellion can cure off a good amount of stress on her own. Well, that's not good.
Aye, step lightly.
I kinda can't afford to heal all that off right now. I'm gonna save the cleansing salts. But we'll see. Maybe we heal off multiple debuffs at once here. He does have a lot of debuffs now all of a sudden. We'll use it if we got it.
The amber grows brightly in the dark.
I think it's a mistake to go for the spiders. This guy just summons more, so let's go for that. That's a big debuff of damage he had there. Oh, come on. I could guard here. That's probably the best play. Kind of want to go for a lucky kill on this though. Ow. Didn't even target the right one anyway. Good. That's what I'm talking about.
Drawn out and merciless.
Nice. They both get increased healing right now. I thought this guy was dead this turn, but lucky me. Can heal a little bit more.
When the path is unclear, rely on each other.
Okay. Now the damage taken debuff is gone, which is the scariest thing. I can use this monk on her now. Good thing we waited. Wait, this gives us gold? I thought this summoned something. Okay. This trap is worth... It would have been worth using a kit on, but... Wait a second. 4 speed, 2 speed, 4 dodge... 2 speed, 4 dodge. Okay, I'd rather you have this. Let's see what Mr. Vendor has for us. Or maybe I want to wait till we get back. Okay, I don't have anything for you anymore right now.
The glory will come. For now, there is labor.
Okay, no surprise. I think it summons, you just found a way to pick it clean. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it summons with other stuff. It's so nice for Web not to stun anymore. Even without oil, this should one-shot. Nice.
We press on. There is much to do.
Okay. Okay. Gotta deal with them once in a while. I do want to go for a debuff here. You can stick on this guy or this guy. It's worth it. Good. Okay, at least that thing never crits. I probably want to focus this guy more than this guy, though. They both summon things, but this guy, like, one-shots my dudes. Oh, mama. That's what I like to see. What the hell?
No war
Yeah,
can
baby.
crumble. No tree cannot
No
be
corpse for you. These are all very obscure and old media references, I'm saying. Ha. I don't care. I say let's just get rid of all your corpses. Can do some of that. And some of this. You probably push these guys back into position anyway. There you go, back in position. This better not be the penalty round, okay?
Immeasurable life granted.
Oh, okay, good. She did not get pushed back, otherwise couldn't do this.
Yes, strike true.
The highest damage I did in BR I think was 300 plus with A-Bomb. Wow,
An
that
adequate
is pretty
performance
impressive, not
for
gonna
now.
lie.
Keep it up.
So I think all the battle buffs are gone now. Perfect time to re-up. Can't do the same tricks as last time, but we can get different buffs up. And that perfectly frees up 2 slots here.
Look out for one another.
One of the big
Companions
purposes was
of all
getting
we have.
the jewelry here, so I'll grab that. Grab the darks. And I could probably drop the keys for Amber. In this case, I don't really want to debuff everyone's debuff resist for for exchange of 15% damage. We'll just do Zealous Vigil. I think he has a pretty good buff. 10 accuracy and crit if not religious. It's just not Crusaders, so... We can do Clean Musket, then we can do Sharpened Spear.
We follow the ever-guiding light.
I think I've done 150. But then again, I haven't gotten the champion yet. Maybe I'm misremembering. This will be my last battle, by the way, guys. Gotta raid out soon. The game's been lagging, and I'm sorry for that, but I kind of don't want to close all the tabs I have open. It's for a mixture of work and personal. Okay.
Strike them
Boom,
down.
bam,
Do not
boom.
relent.
Huh. Their stun chance seems to be pretty nerfed in this game, honestly. Okay. You have increased accuracy from clean musket, by the way, on top of already pretty decent accuracy. Plus, you don't have... Oh, I guess you don't have an accuracy item per se, but still. It's pretty bad, man. It's twice in a row. Okay, you know what? I'll still see what's in the next room here. This could be the end of the quest. Well, this will be the end of the quest, so I might as well end it here. This team didn't do half as bad as I thought, honestly. So, the vendor, can we get you, like, jewelry or something? Okay, thanks for the tip. It's one jewelry, who cares? Alright, let's go and see what we can raid out here. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you new followers. Really appreciate the kind words and support. Let's go and try to pass on the love here. Is that someone doing Torchless? I was like, there's someone doing Black Reliquary, but that's me. This guy is playing Torchless, but they're speaking a language I don't speak. I guess... Let's see who else. This person has an ad. Let's just raid the Torchless guy. He's a fellow Torchless enjoyer. Alright. Have yourselves a good night or afternoon, wherever you are. Enjoy your weekend. I may or may not be on for a little bit. No, I'm not going to be on at all tomorrow or Sunday. I got stuff going on. So I'll see you guys